So there's a tool for anybody that DMs or plays Pathfinder that is very, very useful. And I thought, I'd show it off because I use it often. So it's Pathfinder Society's whole thing for their games. Now, I don't know that Pathfinder 2nd Edition's on here, but I know everything 1st Edition Pathfinder is on this website. Even homebrew and some homebrew and third party things. So it's D20PFSRD.com. Up here on the left, you can see it, left top. Now you can make an account. I do not have one, but over here on the side you have a little tool to get you to certain things. You click on it, click on the barbarian here, if it'll let me. Yeah. So it takes you to the barbarian's actual class, and it tells you here about the barbarian. Here's a little thing, you can click on it to take you to a certain spot in the page. So it gives you their alignment, their hit die, they're starting with everything. Now, one of the things that might bug some people is over here, all the ads. Well, they have to make a profit to keep the website open, because why would you make a website unless you wanted to get some money out of it? So you can just X out of the ads, whatever. Won't give you a virus or anything. It gives you the class skills for whatever class you're doing. Come down here to the table. This can easily be gotten on a phone too, and has all your base attack, your level, fortitudes, everything about the barbarian. Down here it has all your things that you get. So you can also, up here, say I wanted to look at rage powers, I can click on them. It'll take me to rage powers, but also when I'm down here looking at it, rage, I can come, where's it at? Rage powers. Yes. I can click on this, rage power. It will take me to all of the barbarian rage powers in Pathfinder. So general, totem, and blood rage. So you can click there to take you to the actual ones that are particular to said topic. But if you look through here, there are a ton of rage powers. It gives you a basic description off to the side. I mean, just look at all that. You can scroll down forever. But say you click on Impelling Disarm, it will take you to the actual description, the prerequisites, Barbarian 4, all the benefits that you get from it. And if I back out to the main screen, showing you that, whoops, that's on the side, all this. You can also get to it from here. So this is for players, this is for game masters. Go back here, okay, that's better. Now, the players thing, you can go to ability scores, all this, it tells you everything about it. So if I wanted to click on ability scores, it will take me down here to generating them, what their number is, so it goes accordingly. The campaign type, what you want to do, tells you all the information about them down here. So the modifier, the actual score, whether you can cast spells or anything else, the amount of spells per score. I believe that's bonus spells. Yes, it is. So bonus spells per day, depending on your ability score. that pertains to said spell that you have, you get bonus spells equal to those, so on and so forth. Now, anybody that has an ability score of 44, 45, that's just nuts. So, I don't know about it, but you see strength here. It gives you every single thing that you could know about strength, even carrying capacity examples. This table here, you go down here to dexterity. We'll back out again. So that's ability scores. All of these are the same. There are tables in here. You get the core classes. So you can also get to the barbarian from here and the rage powers. So that's got all the core. You even got a thing for familiars, rogues, paladins, rangers. You have your base classes. So alchemists, their discoveries, everything through here. Even the vampire hunter. Alternate, you have anti-paladin, ninja, samurai, cavalier orders, hybrid classes, the scald, I've used that before, unchained classes, the occult classes. So any class in Pathfinder you can find, even third party. So it's got all these prestige classes here, and you can even get to more with other. See down here, third party publisher content. If I wanted to go to this, I could go to, let's see here, third party races. It's always interesting. Click on it. There we go. So sub pages. This gives you what particular place it comes from. So Frog God Games, Fat Goblin Games, all this and that. Now, a story that pertains to this is we were actually looking for a specific class for one of my players that he'd heard of, but we couldn't find. We didn't have it in the book. So I don't remember which one of these it was on, but it's called a wolf shifter. And it's basically where you can play a werewolf without actually having the template. It's a class, but it's a werewolf. So that's interesting to me that you can find anything that you're looking for Pathfinder wise. But head back again. We go up here, Patreon for the person that made the site, everything on it. Official Pathfinder forums down here. So we click on this. It takes us to Pathfinder, Paizo, Starfinder. So you click on that, you go to a certain forum, gives you the news of what's going on, everything else through here. You have new releases for books. See up here, these are second edition books, flip tiles, Starfinder books. So here it looks like you can order the Bestiary 3. Hard copies are expensive, of course. Just everything through here. Let me see if that took us. Yes, it did. So we want to go back here. NPC generator. Takes us to another page as well. We click on this, we can say we'll just go with an anti-paladin. Skill focus, anti-paladin. Max level 4. We'll go with elite. Saves, none. Generate monster. Well, it's not going to let me do it. Try up here. Just click on this one. We'll see if it lets us do this one. Maybe not. Maybe yes. I don't know. Yeah, there it goes. We actually got one. The Asimar. Demon possessed by Baal. Anti-Paladin 4. So I needed to click all that. I didn't click but just one section. Okay. Outsider Humanoid. Size is medium. Challenge rating of 5. Racial hit dice is 0d8s. This gives you its hit points. Totals that to 50. And calculated base attack, all that. Give it a simple mace. You can change it to a boarding pike, whatever. Add an extra attack to it. Offhand, you can say arms. All this and that. You can give it a ranged weapon. And down there you can recalculate. So it's got the boarding pike, the arms, the light ray. Down through here it gives you all these informations. You can manually change its strength, recalculate any of the scores. So that's an interesting tool as well. And then we go back on here. Go up to the top again. Click out of this ad here. Whatever, he can stay. Core races. You have all the core, so the dwarf all the way to the human. You have the standard races like Knoll all the way to Triaxian. Featured races, uncommon races, and all these are from the Pathfinder books. So on this website, the cool thing about it is you don't have to spend the insane amount of money on books or even things that are not in print anymore. You can find it on here as long as it's Pathfinder. Very powerful races. Skills, it goes down here and it takes you through every single skill. So well, let's go to Spellcraft here. So it gives you the Spellcraft DCs, identify, decipher scroll, things like that, common uses, craft magic items, and everything you can do with Spellcraft. And all of the skills are like this. Down here it'll take you through the table. So if I click Spellbook, prepare, borrowed spellbook, takes you to that. Well, maybe not. Sometimes it's finicky, but it is a good website, and I figured, might make an interesting video talking about it. Go back to the main page here. So all the skills are like that. It has feats and feat trees. So we go to general feats here, and it's going to take us through every single general feat and splits it up by a letter. Now you scroll through, this is just the A's. Just the A's. This tells you how many feats are on this. So I can scroll for a good hot minute to get to B. So scroll through B. Is amazing amount of feats that are on here. And this is just general feats. So you back out, you can go to third party feats or anything else. Campaign, combat, faith, religion. So we click equipment here. Talks about it. Sub pages. What is what? Looks like here we have to pick on the sub page. So we're going to go to prehensile whip. So it gives you the benefit of a prehensile whip. So it's a modification for the actual whip, it looks like. So we'll go up here. We didn't pick on a race, so we'll pick on one. Everybody likes mermaids, so We'll click on Merfolk. The Little Mermaid Ariel. So it tells you all about the Merfolk. And we go through here. Random starting ages. So adulthood for a Merfolk is 15 years. Self-taught and trained. Random height and weight for a Merfolk. Weight. Now here's your racial traits, your ability score. Graceful, hale, and beautiful. So +2 in dexterity, constitution, and charisma. Medium. Base speed. Base speed of 5 feet because they have fins. Aquatic subtype humanoids. All their languages. Defense. Senses. Other traits. And if you wanted to substitute racial traits, these are alternates. So you can get dark vision, but it replaces low light vision. So that's a win-win right there. So the favorite classes. So if you were to play a Bard Merfolk, you get 1/6 of a new Bardic Masterpiece. So yeah, that's third-party stuff right here. Third-party favorite class options. Things that third-party have made. And look at all that. Racial feats. So the Sea Hunter feat for the Merfolk. And then, yeah, traits. And here's the DM section over here. So, chases, combat modifiers, critical hit, and fumble generator. I'm not going to click through all these because, like this one here, is ridiculous. So, if I was to click on ship combat, just click on 1 or 2. This will take you to everything that you could want to know about ship combat in Pathfinder. So there's all that. Say you wanted to pick on something specific, we go to naval siege engines. This will take us to like everything you want to know about that, and then we scroll down, it'll tell us even more, and we get to, for example, siege engines here, ballistas, catapults, fire drake, all this and that. Now, further on down, I believe, are cannons and things. Not here, but if you were to pick on a certain thing, which is probably on this page somewhere, it will take you to actual cannons and firearms and things other than the old school like ballistas. Back out again. The bestiary over here, all monsters. You can split it by CR. The universal monster rules, so that'll tell you every single rule that has to do with a monster. NPC database, so click on all monsters here. There's so many of them that it's split up into categories. It includes animals, everything else. Sort by terrain. All templates. Like there are a bunch. So let's see what we've got over CR20. Something insane. So here's all the CR21 things. CR22. I have a player that's playing a Solar Angel of sorts. So we'll click on the Solar Angel and show you it. So, Solar Angel, XP for it. And it tells you the description, everything about it. So everything that it can possibly do. There's its spell-like abilities and its actual spells prepared. Then slaying arrow, all the special things. Then it gives you a description of the treasure it has and the particular description of what a solar angel is all about. Now, if you were to go up here and you want to know what Storm of Vengeance does, the 9th level spell, you would click on it, and it takes you to Storm of Vengeance. Tells you all the levels, casting times, ranges, everything on here. Even tells you that does not move with a ship, does not start a fire on a ship. So there's a lot to know about the spell. But if you're going to use it and come up and pick something, I would recommend that you study what these do before you use this creature, because you don't want to be sitting there DMing and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of stuff you don't know what does, and you have to keep clicking on it and go on to separate pages. So it's best to know what things do. So we go down here to equipment, armor and shields, weapons, goods and services, supplies. So this will give you prices for every material that you could possibly want, and everything else. Now this will give you all the weapons. Click on it. Click through the things here. It'll take you to a certain thing. Simple weapons, it'll take you to the gauntlet. All this and that. So if we come down here, we can click on a spear. It will tell you everything about it. It costs 2 gold pieces. The damage, the range increment, specialist brace. You click on brace, it will tell you exactly what brace does as well. It looks like it took me back here. Anyway, yeah, there's all kinds of weapons on this website. Go back to the front. We can go down here to magic items. So armor and shields. Now I believe that this section tells you how to make them. Yes, it does. You can even have percentile rolls to come up with random things. So spell scribed armor, this and that. Gives you the enhancement bonus for the shield here, shield bonus. Normally things can't go +5, but there's actually a source material for Pathfinder called Jesse's D&D, where he has an epic level handbook that takes things all the way to +20. So I've seen, sitting here sipping my coffee, but tells you everything you could possibly want to know about how to make a shield, even the prices that are involved in it. And the special abilities, so this is +1 special abilities. You can go to any of this, +2. So we go to Ghost Touch on the special abilities. It's translucent. Enhancement +3. You'll also have to figure out the price for that, which is on that page. You can picked up, worn, and moved by corporeal and incorporeal creatures. Armor, shield enhancement bonus. So all this and that here. The spell need to create it down there. Everything. And the weapons and things, it does the same thing. So click on weapons, it'll show you the same thing, even rings and rods. So magic here, it'll give you spells by class. spell database, anti-magic, things like that. And we click on all spells here. Just going to go to a random spell. There's a bunch of them on here, look at that. So we click on a random spell, brand of hobbling. We'll tell you how long it takes to cast it. It is a level 2 Inquisitor spell up here. Transmutation School, it's a curse. Tells you everything you need to know about casting it. And should tell you, yeah, the somatic components here. If you do that, then it tells you exactly what the spell does. That way you can know. Exit out again. And then over here we've got all these rules, variant campaign rules, unchained rules, environments. So go to urban here, like in a city. It will tell you everything about the urban environment, the shape of civilization, streets and traffic, everything you need to know. And I don't know if they have this for Pathfinder 2nd edition, but it is definitely for 1st edition. This is everything you could possibly want to know for 1st edition Pathfinder. Of course, most of the people that see this probably already knows about this website, but in case you don't, here it is, and perhaps you may learn some more stuff about it if you do know about it. Now, variant campaign rules. We go down here. We go to let's go to rules in general. Wound thresholds, optional rules. So optional rules for wound thresholds. So the conditions, the healthy character, monster wound thresholds. Take another sip of this coffee. Yeah, the apartment here smells like forest and coffee. From where I've got a candle burning that's like coffee or forest scented, and got the coffee brewed. It actually smells really good in here. But that is most of it. So also I wanted to show you an easy way to get to it. And we click on the Leviathan for Pathfinder. It's the first thing that pops up. It tells you all about the Leviathan, which I've linked this to another, and I've talked about it. And one of the things, I actually made a dungeon involving the Leviathan. So you go down here, the cool thing is, where's it at? Labyrinthian innards. That was my whole premise for that dungeon, was find themselves separated, twisting maze of passages in its digestive system. So yeah, I made an entire dungeon based on being inside the Leviathan. But if you Google, you go to the thing that says D20PFSRD, and you will get exactly to where you need to go. But that's D20PFSRD. It also works really good with a phone. You just look it up on the phone too. But I think I covered most of it. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you like D20PFSRD, I hope I covered it well for you. If you didn't know about it, I hope it helps, and if you did know about it and learned something new, then that's great. Have a good one.